Hi, here at Benham TV we often talk about AFTAL, A-F-T-A-L. You wonder, what is AFTAL? AFTAL is a very established, very respected autograph trade dealers association. But when you see that name, you know that that means that everything we bring you comes with the utmost top provenance. You'll get a certificate of authenticity, you get a lifetime guarantee, and you can buy safe in the knowledge that with that AFTAL name and the items we bring you, get the real thing. Hiya, yes, it's footy time. We're ready for a bit of footy, are we? Yep. This is Soccer Collectables here on Benham TV. If you don't know this chubby little face by now, my name's Gazza Ashburn. Great to have your company. You're going to love this show if you love soccer. We've got something from the legends, the icons, all those names we throw at you, coming right up to the latest guys that are banging them in the net regularly and creating the headlines right now. So whether you're looking for something historical or if you're looking for something that's more current, we should have something in this show for you. And we've tried to get in different price points so that you can actually get the sort of items, whatever it is you're looking for, whatever your price point is. Hopefully there'll be something in this show for you. Should say to you, first of all, if you're not sure of that name, Benham TV, Benham have been in the collectibles world for over 50 years. One of the most respected and established businesses. Their roots were always in the stamp and coin business originally, but over the years they've become really big on bringing you, sort of signed material, memorabilia, all sorts. So whether you're looking for a signed document, an original document from a royal or a politician, or you're looking for some TV film or sport or anything in the cult world really, you should go onto the Benham website and have a good look. They've got a special one just for the TV, www.benham.tv. Have a little look on there. Also, if you've got friends and family, maybe you're living anywhere around the world, direct them to the internet, because if they go onto that website, I'll give you the name again, www.benham.tv, you can actually stop what's going on and you can select which shows you want to watch and when you want to watch them. So it's great. It's got like a catch-up facility or view on demand, whatever you want to call it. So you can watch the shows you want, when you want, anywhere in the world. And finally, before we get going, anything in this show that we tell you that is personally signed, we guarantee 100%. What that means is it's not a facsimile, it's not a copy, it's not a printed signature. We guarantee that that has been hand signed. Now, when you buy any of these items, you'll get a certificate of authenticity and you get a lifetime guarantee offered with every individual signed item. So you can't go wrong. It's not like buying them on the internet. You don't know, do you? You don't know who signed them. At least here you know exactly who signed them, and in some cases even where they've signed them and when. So you can't go wrong. And we have the backing of AFTAL. If you want to Google that, it's AFTAL. They are probably the top autograph trade dealers association in the world. So you can't go wrong. That's the backing that you get when you get anything from these great shows. But let's zip up, shut up and move on, eh? Because first of all, we have a shirt. The boys always been around a long time, haven't they? Possibly they are vie with Real Madrid, Barcelona, who's the biggest club in the world, but Manchester United, I know, have fan clubs in at least 8 countries around the world. This is Manchester United. It's 300,475, and basically it's a multi-signed Manchester United shirt. Now, what I'll tell you, what's really great about these, most of these come from, in fact, they all do. My old mate Andy Woodward, who should have been here today, but we're hoping he'll definitely be here for the next show. He's got such a big fan club now. He's all over the world, becoming a world superstar. But for those of you who know me, old mate Andy Woodward, he'll hopefully be back with us next time. But as you look at those signatures, what's really nice with these, with the touch that Andy offers you, is we actually get offered with each shirt, you'll get a map of the shirt which will outline exactly who's signed and where they've signed on your particular shirt, because obviously every one of them varies, so you can, you know, they're not all exactly the same, because, you know, it's like if a group of players, one might miss, another one might go on, they all sign in different places, so in effect they're all individual, but we guarantee you'll always get a good mix of all the big names. There's usually something like this, 13, 14 signatures on average. Some may have as little as 13. You might get an odd one with 15 or 16. But it's always outlined who signed it like this, so you can look at it and go, oh yeah, number one, like this one. If I'm looking at myself, you say number one in there, you're looking at it, that's actually Darmian, you know, and you look along, number 3 here, that's David De Gea, you know, with the number one he's put on there. The goalkeeper, you see, that's actually David De Gea's signature. So it's really great way of getting your signatures and knowing who's on there and who's signed and where. So you'll get one of these for whatever multi-signed shirt you buy. You'll get one of them. Or if it's a photo mount, a team photo mount, you'll always get like a little map like that of your particular shirt. That's totally individual to the one that you get. So no, they're all different, so that's what you'll get. But we guarantee you'll get a good mix of all the big names, and you can't go wrong. And in certain cases, as I say, you'll get your certificate of authenticity, and you'll get everything you need to know that it is the real McCoy. It's not like buying it blind. But if you're not a Man U fan, we thought we'd stick with Manchester, crossover, because of course these are the boys setting it this season, aren't they? All those players obviously spent a lot of money, well, both clubs have, but this is Manchester City. Same story. The number for this is 300 341. Again, it's £289.95. On your screens there, you'll see the phone number. You can give the call centre a ring. They're open 24 hours a day. You can call them at any point. Or, of course, you can go to the website at www.benham.tv. Well, it's www.benham.tv, I should say, really. You can go on there and you can order whenever you wish as well. But do remember, let your friends, let your family know, anywhere in the world, you can actually buy these at any point. Look at that. Benham also do offer, the facilities aren't here because it's sort of international in effect. We can't really put it all on the screen, but we do offer the facility for some of these higher priced items that you may well be able to buy them on spreading the payments over a couple of months. So if you give us a call, or better still, maybe send an email to info@benham.tv, that's info@benham.tv, explaining you're interested in maybe in the spreading of payments, and somebody then will actually sort all that out for you. So it's not a problem, it can all be done. Just give us a bell and we'll sort it out for you, no hassle at all. Again with this, the same thing, we'll have a little look on this shirt again. You'll get a certificate of authenticity, you'll get a lifetime guarantee, and once again with this one, you see, it will give you a map that will tell you which players have signed and where they've signed. Same idea. This one is just the list, but you will get a map like you just saw of the Manchester United one, explaining to you who's signed on your particular shirt and where they've actually signed. So you'll get that for every one of them, but it will be in the format of the map that we just saw. Then, of course, with this particular one, we've even got a photograph there of Vincent Kompany, as you can see, signing one of the shirts for Andy Woodward's company. As you can see, there it is. So that's the sort of thing you'll get with someone. It's a great touch. You can't go wrong. But there he is, actually signing one of the shirts for Andy's for Andy really, and Andy and his sons are out there getting all this stuff together for us. But once again, so when you look at the shirt, it will describe to you on the map that you'll get with it. It will take you around that individual shirt, and it will say like number 1 is this, number 2 is this, number 3, so you know exactly who's signed and where they've signed. The only problem often in the past when you buy these multi-signed items, you don't know who signed them, yeah. How do you know? Someone will come in and go, oh, have you got so-and-so on that? Have you got Aguero on it? Have you got him? Have you got him? And you go, well, yeah, but I don't know where they are. So this actually takes away all those problems. You can actually look at it, and if someone comes in and says, is De Bruyne on there? Is he on there? And you can go, yep, that's him there. Whoop. So it does all of that for you. So it's a brilliant way to accumulate your signatures. This is ready. We didn't bring it framed with this particular one, these shirts. We thought we'll offer them to you, then you can go out, get them mounted and framed to your choice. I would advise you to get them framed because obviously over a period of time they get dusty or messy. They don't want to damage them. These are valuable items. They're very, very collectible. And obviously with the way these guys are going at the moment, I suspect this will become a highly sought after collector's item. What invariably happens, if the club has a particularly successful season, and it's looking like Manchester City are running away with it, what will actually happen is that the shirt from the season where they won the league or won the cup or something, invariably is far more valuable or sought after from a season where they've done nothing. In other words, if you had a bomb season, you don't want a shirt from it. So this is going to be highly sought after. So if you're a Man City fan or you know someone who is, got to have a think about that. 300 341 £289.95 will bring you all those fabulous signatures and everything that you've got there. Now we're going to move on. A couple of items we haven't actually got in the studio, but have a little look at these because these are fabulous. Now what we've got first of all there, as you can see, that is an actual boot signed by Eric Cantona. Now it's a fabulous item. I'll give you the item number first of all. It's 300 323 and it's an Eric Cantona personally signed football boot which is going to come to you already displayed in a special display case. So it's a stunning looking item. Imagine this, if you're a Man U fan or a France fan of course, putting this, you can just stick it up there and display it in your office or your drawing room, maybe your business, wherever you're going to put it, wherever you're going to display it. It's going to look stunning, isn't it? By the way, if you can hear some of the noise there, I've got the fan on. It's a bit of a warm day in the studio. It's Gazza a bit warm today, so the fan's blowing. I do apologise if you get a bit of noise from that. But you can't go wrong, can you? Eric Cantona. Again, with this, you'll get your certificate of authenticity. You'll get your lifetime guarantee, and you'll get everything you need to know that that is 100% the real McCoy. Can't go wrong. You have to ask yourself as well with any of this. You'll see items like this on the internet regularly. I don't wish to knock the internet because it's a great new invention. Well, new invention. We all use it. But the thing is, with collectibles and particularly signed items, sadly, there's been so many fakes that is unreal. Now, if you're sitting at home and you've not seen these shows before, where have you been? Been doing them for ages. But if you are new to us, welcome to the fold here at Benham.tv. But the most important thing is you've never ever bought from us here. You need to know, even if you don't buy from us, the first question you should ask when you're buying collectibles is, how do I know that that is real? How can you prove to me that that is real? That is the key question you have to ask. With us, we do that for you because, as I say, you get the backing. I've been in the trade 30 years. I'm well known. Have a little look. Google me if you want. Do whatever. Don't shoot me, but Google me if you like. And you'll see that I'm also a member of AFTAL, AFTAL. I've been in the industry for 30 years, and everything that we offer you, where it is signed, we guarantee, as I say, it's hand signed, in person, 100% guaranteed the real McCoy. So there's no ifs, no buts. It's not like buying it on the internet. You never really know, do you? It's so important when you get these signatures to know that they are authentic. So you get your certificate of authenticity and a lifetime guarantee. Can't go wrong. Well, that's the Eric Cantona. If you want another icon, a younger one, this guy just been voted Player of the Year. The ladies love him. I'm not surprised. Good looking lad as well, of course. The man, he could be a model. He is, isn't he really? Cristiano Ronaldo. The number for this is 300 324. Again, same idea as the Eric Cantona one. Comes to you all framed up, all displayed in that special display case. Personally signed football boot. It was signed in person not too long ago in England at a special promotion when he was here. So we know where it was signed, when it was signed, and all of that info could be yours. But remember, all of these make fabulous gifts. Please don't delay, because if you do, you could miss out. Moving on from signed boots back to signed shirts, and here we have, of course, Liverpool. They've started firing quite well now, haven't they, Jurgen Klopp and the Liverpool group. Again, with this, we'll get us, you'll get your actual individual map that will show you who's signed and where they've signed on your particular shirt. So you can't go wrong. We guarantee you'll always get a good mix of the big names, but they do vary from shirt to shirt. But as you see, you go around the shirt, you can pick out the various signatures, and the map that you get will explain exactly who's signed and where they've signed. So you can't go wrong with them. Just look at that. Have a little think about it. We always say it, maybe you've got a special celebration, could be a special birthday, anniversary, could be a leaving present, it could be someone's achieved something, it could be anything, or it could be just the fact you want to say, hey, I love you. You never know, but it's like they make fabulous gifts. Obviously, it's a considered purchase at these prices with some of these items, obviously, but do have a think about that. And do remember, you could speak to Benham at info@benham.tv, and they will be able to talk to you about actually spreading the payments over a couple of months at least. So do give them a call. Well, that you can't call, that's an email, or mention to the call centre. Or if you leave a message, I will actually give you a call and get the people to ring you and go through it with you. There's no problem. Don't lose out. Don't miss out. Get in touch with them, and I'm sure we can sort something out for you. You can follow us, by the way, all of the shows we do here on Benham.tv, not just the football, not just the boxing, all of the different shows we do. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything. Or, of course, you can go to that website. That's constantly updated. And obviously, we can't get everything in the shows. So if you go to that website, you'll find some amazing items across, you know, boxing, Formula One, Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Harry Potter. They're all there. So do have a little music. We have a lot of sport. Do have a little look. You'll find something you love. I'm sure you will. But if you're not a Liverpool fan, maybe you go back to London. These boys, right at the moment we did the show, maybe will they make Europe? Hopefully they should. But struggled a bit more this year, having won the league last year. This, of course, is Chelsea. Obviously, a lot of people recognise I'm a bit of a Sloane Ranger and a bit of a gad-about town myself. You can tell with the sway and the walk, can't you? Don't you think I'd be voting Chelsea? No, you don't do that. All right, I know. All right. But we dream on. I spent a bit of my youth there, I must admit. But here again, same story. You've got the Chelsea shirt, and I'm going to pick this up and show you. Once again, there you see you'll get the actual map that'll show you who signed it and when they signed it and where. This one, for example, right up the top there, we see the signature of John Terry. That's right up there. Obviously, this was signed towards the end. It must have been last season, actually. But in actual fact, this means this particular shirt, as it was signed the latter end of last season, beginning of this season. Obviously, you've got some of the one or two of the names that have now gone. There's John Terry on here. Matic is on here. I think all the others are still there. But basically, it's great because you get a good mix of all the names when you get the, as I say, when you get your particular map outlining who signed it for you. You can't go wrong with that. It's a great piece of paper, and you get, remember, the certificate of authenticity, and you get the lifetime guarantee. Most of these, all of these signed shirts and everything come to us, as I say, from my old mate Andy Woodward at Mad About Sport. Can't go wrong with that. We do hope Andy will be back with us for the next show, so hopefully we can get his agent booked up and we get him away from Hollywood or somewhere like that, or Cricklewood or somewhere like that, and we'll get him actually in the studio. Becoming a big star, Mr. Woodward, these days. I'm sure you know that. But anyway, honest, let's move on. But if you're a Chelsea fan, again, can't go wrong. And again, as I said, just to recap, every one of them signatures, when you get your map that will come with it, it'll identify who's signed and where they're signed on the particular shirt. So you can't go wrong. Make fabulous gifts, these. Do have a think about it. You know someone who would love one of these shirts, some of these items. You cannot go wrong. These make fabulous gifts. And where would you go normally to get them? You can't just get in a car and drive down the old shopping mall and find them, can you? They're not there. So the key thing with anything like this is to sort of grab it while you can, and we don't have huge stocks of any of these. It's normally less than a double figures. So if you want one, dive in there quick, because we don't want to disappoint you. But if you're a Chelsea fan, have a little think about that again. All those great signatures there for you. Personally signed, guaranteed, remember, coming complete with your certificate of authenticity and your lifetime guarantee. It's 342, can't get my teeth right now. And again, terrific price, £289.95. Can't go wrong. Now we're going to take you back a little bit in history here, because we're going to go in and some of the players from some of the heroes, really, of the England 1966 setup, who many of you obviously are household names, no matter what age you are. It's the only time that England have ever won the World Cup. Here it is. You see the captain there, Bobby Moore. The infamous Bobby Moore, great player he was. Sadly, not been with us for many, many years. But there he is kissing the Jules Rimet trophy on that fateful day at Wembley when England became, for the first and only time, the world champions. Now, Bobby Moore was a West Ham player. So this particular one is a picture of Bobby Moore kissing the trophy. Just behind him, you'll see Geoff Hurst there. And Geoff Hurst was also a West Ham player. He's the one to, well, that's, as you're looking at it, you know Geoff Hurst. Geoff Hurst, of course, is the man who bagged a hat-trick in that game. And I'm pretty sure, in fact I know, that is the only time that anybody has scored a hat-trick of goals in a World Cup final. I'm pretty positive about that. If I am wrong, send in a message. I'll reply to it on air and say, yes, I'm a fool. Well, we know that, don't we? But there it is. That is the personal signature of Sir Geoff Hurst, who scored a hat-trick in that game and was also, like Bobby Moore, a West Ham player. So for the West Ham link or for England, that is a fabulous piece. Comes to you all framed and mounted. I cannot believe the price. I don't know how they do that. That is, yeah, £49.99. It is a snip. Look at it, beautifully framed. This is 325. And if you're buying something or you're building a collection, that just has to be in it. Moving along and staying with the theme of 1966, as we move along there into the middle, another great England player, again with the England 1966, was, of course, Jack Charlton, who's the tall guy. Of course, he was the brother of Bobby, the two brothers who played in that final. I've had the pleasure of going on TV with Jack in the past. He was a great player. Of course, played for Leeds United. I remember him talking to him about it, about when Martin Peters got, he scored the other England goal in the final. Geoff Hurst got 3, he got 1. And Jack said, yeah, he was all right. Well, I won't try and do the accent, because in case he's watching, he might have a go at me. But he said he was a bit of a jammy, well, chap. We use the word chap. He used a different adjective. Bit of a jammy chap. He said, I went to Ed, he hit me on the leg, bounced off his foot and went in the goal. And he was a right jammy chap. And it was quite funny. A great character, Jack Charlton. Obviously became manager of Ireland and took them to the World Cup, well, Republic of Ireland. He's a great character. Loved his fishing, but of course was also quite some sort of, I won't say mean, but he was a very difficult opponent, gave all the forwards a hard time, and was an integral part of that England 1966 World Cup winning team. The number for this, 300-326. Again, it's a wonderful way of building a collection of those guys who are heroes. And again, a terrific price, £49.99. And again, personally signed. Then as we move along, in the middle there is a great guy, become quite a personal friend, I know him well, lovely guy. This, of course, is George Cohen, who was the right back in the team, number 2. There you can see in your screen there in the white shirt, that is George Cohen, who, of course, played for Fulham, now has a stand named after him. And I say he was the right back in the team, and again a formidable opponent to anybody, but a very important member of the team, and also a genuinely nice guy. Great guy, George. Met him a few times. A really fun character. So if you're watching, George, I hope you're well, mate. looking well. Can't go wrong. And again, same story, you've got that great image. If you build it, you can build a great collection, put them around of all those guys. They are heroes. No one's ever done it before or since. And dare I say, sadly, as they all get older and more of them sadly leave us here, the value of these guys is increasing considerably. In my humble opinion, after 30 years in the business, I believe that the England 1966 football team, I genuinely believe it, is one of the most undervalued historic sports collectibles in the entire history of British sport. These guys are heroes, the only ones who've ever won the World Cup. We hear all about how great the team is now, how it was then, whatever. But these guys did it, they won it, and it's the only time they've done it. And sadly, as they leave us and the message drops in, that people are looking more and more to grab stuff to do with these. Anyway, that's George Cohen. The other one along the line there was the left back, who was an Everton player, another hero, led a very sort of private life. We didn't see this guy around so much afterwards. This is Ray Wilson. But again, a great player. There he is, about the ball at his feet there. That is Ray Wilson, who of course was the Everton left back and of course the England left back in 1966 when they became the world champions. This is 328, and again a fabulous item, £49.99. I don't know how they do that actually. When you think, if you do framing, you know what they cost. It ain't cheap. It don't come cheap, does it? They're handmade, they're beautifully done. They're not all factory frame. These are put together individually. So how do you get that with a signed photo of an England hero? And you can build a wonderful collection. If I was doing it, I'd buy all four and put them around the wall and build a collection around the team. It's a great way to honour these guys. And people are going to say to you, wow, how'd you get that? You know, even if you're a youngster, you buy them for your, a younger member of the family. As they grow older and they start to understand what these guys achieved, they're a footy fan, they're patriotic, that has got to be somewhere in your collection or sitting good on your wall. And again, if you've got a business, maybe a hotel, restaurant, something like that, maybe a pub or somewhere where you can bolt them away, bolt them well down. You don't want people taking them home with them. You can't go wrong with these. So there you are, you've got three great heroes. They're all available individually with the numbers you've got there that were on the screen. If it was me, I'd buy all four and make a great collection. They look good as well. If you're going to go up a staircase, you put them up the stairs, you go up, they look brilliant. Can't go wrong. Moving on though, from the England 66 boys and the success of that, we move on to something a little different. This, I did mean to get a torch so you could see these, but basically this is called Manchester United Through the Ages. What it actually is, you've got, well, you see 5 of their most famous players ever there. You've got Bobby Charlton, George Best, Brian Robson, Roy Keane, and of course Ruud van Nistelrooy. What it is, each one of them is actually, as I say, great Man United player. Now, if we can in a minute, if we shine the torch, I think we can get a torch to shine through the film, because each piece of that film underneath the image is actually a picture. You see? That is a picture of that particular player in action. So that is a genuine piece of film from a footage, a TV show or whatever. That is each player has 2 pieces of film of them in action for Manchester United. It's a great little touch, and if you put these look great. If you maybe hang them on a wall in an alcove where you can have a spotlight or something shining behind them, when you turn it on, it brings it all to life. You know, you own your own piece of George Best, Bobby Charlton, Brian Robson, Roy Keane and Ruud van Nistelrooy. 5 of Manchester United's greatest players probably ever, and there they are collectively on your wall in your home. It's a fabulous item, but very, very different. But we've got loads to show you, so I better mosey on in. But believe me, that is a terrific item, and again will make a great gift for any Man U fan. It's called Manchester United Through the Ages. Look at it. Absolutely superb. And the look at the number for that is 300,329, and the price and the details there on your screen, as you can see, £45. Bring that to you. We don't have too many of those left, and I suspect again because of the importance and the history of those great players there, it's one that may well sell out soon. So do grab that while you can. But another one, great one, very different. So you get the old light shining through it. It looks brilliant. It just brings it all to life. It really is very clever. Moving on from something different to something different again. What we are now is the guy next to me here looks a bit like he's been on the estrogen with the mannequins. We have them on here. But this, of course, is the world-renowned Diego Maradona, the Argentinian man, the famous goal that we in the UK fell out of, the hand of God, as it was billed at the time with Peter Shilton when he was allegedly, let's say, you can only say allegedly, but it looked pretty obvious. It hit his hand and went in the goal and we went out the World Cup. But this is an actual signed shirt of Diego Maradona. Look at that, really rare, very, very special Argentinian shirt. Now it is actually, you can see the badge and where he signed it on the front and everything there. But if we spin it round, I'm going to just show you quickly on the back. If I can move that round. Also, it's signed again. So you've got it signed on the back with his famous number 10. Look at that. Absolutely fabulous. I think we've got an extra signature on here, actually. I'll have to find out who that is. Because to my look, we've got an extra signature there. I'll have to find out who that is. But you've got Diego Maradona, and it looks like you've got another signature of number 14. I'll have to check that out. I didn't realise that. But that is an actual special Argentinian shirt. It's a fabulous item and personally signed. Again, if you're looking for something that's a true collector's item, that is what you've got there. That is extremely rare and highly, highly sought after. Look at it. Absolutely superb. See the Argentinian logo. And as I say, we've actually got, I think, 2 signatures on there now. And Diego Maradona as well on the back. So it's a fabulous, fabulous item. If I had that, I'd frame it with a glass front and back so you can see the signatures on the back as well as on the front. But it's a great, great item. It's a considered purchase, but it is extremely rare. It is very special. And again, remember, when you buy items like here, it's so much better than buying them blind on the internet, or when you go to, a show and you don't actually know who you're dealing with. At least here, you know that 100%, no ifs, no buts, that is real. It may not be the cheapest, but 100% that is the real McCoy. And that's what's really important with your collectibles, is knowing the origin and the authenticity that they are real. That's what you've got with that. So don't need to mess about, the real McCoy. So if you're a Diego Maradona fan, or you're building a great collection of shirts that you maybe put around the wall, got to be in it, innit? The guy was a star, absolute star, and that should be in anybody's collection. There it is, that Diego Maradona 300-331. Can't go wrong. Can you personally sign an Argentinian shirt there? £549.95. The P&P, obviously, as you can see, the UK postage and packing is there at the bottom of your screen. But obviously, if you're contacting us from overseas, if you speak to the call centre or if you go onto the website, they'll be able to give you the accurate postage to send it to your venue. All items like this go out by a courier type service, so it's signed for and everything. So there's no doubt, no problems with it getting there or anything like that. We always send it by a specialist. It costs a bit more, but at least you know that it is going to arrive, which is very important. If it's in this country, I think you even get a text normally, or if you've got a mobile, to tell you when it's en route and all that. So you can't go wrong. Really is special. But if you want a collection of serious soccer icons and legends, gotta be in it. Diego Maradona there, personally signed Argentinian shirt. We have very, very, very few of these, so don't miss out. Can't go wrong. £549.95. Moving on, and another legend of the modern day game, again been voted FIFA Player of the Year, I think on 4 or 5 occasions. Now, I think it's 5, isn't it? Lionel Messi recently put, in effect, Chelsea out of the European trophies again with a couple of goals. Whatever you say, the guy's a legend, a genius, isn't he, really? They always vie. There's a lot of, between him and Cristiano Ronaldo, Player of the Year. They're both fabulous players. But this is a Barcelona shirt, and as you can see, it's personally signed on the front by Lionel Messi himself. I should say to you, this is my sample. I've bashed this one around, but the one you get will have no marks on it. This has a couple of scratches because we've had it here in the studio, but the one you get will come to you perfectly in mint condition. And as I say, exactly as you see it there, it's a personally hand-signed by Lionel Messi football shirt. We can even tell you with this one, it was done at a special signing in Spain. We can tell you when it was signed, where it was signed, and even give you a photograph of him actually doing the signing at the time. And remember, most importantly, if you have joined us during this hour, have a little Google. Great to have your company, by the way, here on Benham.tv. But if you have joined us, the most important thing of all is have a little look. Go away and Google my name if you want, who I am. You can see what we do, how long I've been in the industry. I do some of the collectible programs on terrestrial TV. I've done shows like this for many, many years. I know you never guessed with this little young, cheeky baby face. No, we won't go there. But it is very special. But the key issue is we give you a certificate of authenticity. It has our name, our address, our phone number, everything you need to know that it is real. But the most important thing, it comes out with the backing of AFTAL, A-F-T-A-L. Have a little look at that and you'll see they are probably the world's most authoritative organisation for actually trade organisation for authenticating autographs. They authenticate autographs for many services like the trading standards, the police, other high street auction houses, etc. So if you've got their name on, keep all that paperwork. Wherever you get it, keep all the paperwork forever. Don't lose it, because come the day you may ever want to move it on and you say, and someone says, well, where'd you get it? How do I know it's real? You can say, well, this is all the paperwork and it's got that AFTAL name. You say where you've got it. It will add considerably to the value, because basically you've got proof that it's real, and that is very important. So if you're a Lionel Messi fan, and obviously millions of them worldwide, what an opportunity. That is huge. You can hang it, pride of place, wherever it's going to take up. It's a real statement, isn't it? Look at that. And that is his genuine, personally signed signature. Not a copy, not a facsimile, not a print, not a pen, funny pen, not one of these specially prepared pens. That has been signed by hand by Lionel Messi just for you. But don't miss out. Look at that. It's 300, 332, and again, a fabulous price, isn't it? This one, £499.99. The framing alone would probably cost you £200, I reckon. It is massive. Big, thick frame, and it's a huge piece, that. All beautifully mounted, ready to hang on your favourite wall. Can't go wrong. Now moving on to something that's very different, of course, which is the England frame commemorative cover, which is over here. We look there. This was actually produced in Gibraltar in honour of England's 1966 World Cup winning exploits. And as you can see, what we've actually got is four images there, photographic images of Bobby Moore meeting the Queen, holding the Jules Rimet trophy, kissing the trophy. So say Bobby Moore was the captain. And as you can see, Gibraltar official first day cover, World Cup history. This was actually produced in the year of 2002. If we look down here, I don't know if we can pick this up down here, this is actual postmark. That actually is the first day of issue postmark from Gibraltar. That's actually telling you that it was produced in Gibraltar and went through the Gibraltarian postal system. And in other words, for a stamp collector, that adds to its value, and that authenticates the fact it is a first day cover. And then here you'll see it's a limited edition worldwide of only 1,000. So the one that you get is the only one that would exist. Once that 1,000's gone, they don't do more. That is it. They're gone forever. Kabuto. So that is a wonderful opportunity to get your hands on something that's very, very different and very slick. That's your England 1966 commemorative cover. Great way of honouring the achievements of those guys. It's a wonderful item. It's been, again, comes with all the put together by a great name of Benham, been around for a while. It's a wonderful item. We don't have too many of these left now, though, and very, very affordable. Just look at that, £19.99. It's great, isn't it? Great way of actually getting something on the walls that means something to that period. Then moving on from England back to Scotland and of course to Glasgow and the passion of Glasgow Rangers. This of course is a great cover. Look at that there. Again, celebrating 100 trophy wins of Glasgow Rangers. The number for this is 300 334. And it's a great price again, £39.95. And this is personally signed. As you can see down here is the signature. I believe that's the signature of Ali McCoist, who was the Scotland great goal scorer for Scotland when he, and of course was a great player for and manager of Glasgow Rangers. Now the interesting thing about them, of course, is they really almost went, didn't they? It was terrible. They went all the way down, was it, to the lowest divisions of Scottish football for being at the top for, well, let's just say for indiscretions, whatever it was. They were put right the way down, and that great famous club has built itself up gradually where it's nearly almost back to challenging the mighty Glasgow Celtic. Tremendous rivalry in Glasgow between those two clubs. They are a world famous club, and it's fabulous to see them getting back on their feet and right up there challenging for the honours again. I'm sure they'll be back in Europe again soon. Great team. Again, a fabulous first day of issue commemorative cover there, celebrating 100 trophy wins of Glasgow Rangers. Can't go wrong. Just look at that. The number 300 334, and the price again for that is £39.95. Look at that. Isn't it great? Really is. Now, have a little look at this. We haven't actually got this in the studio, but you're going to love this. Look at this. If you're looking for something different, we're trying to bring you different. We've got boots, we've got shirts, we've got photos, we've got everything. But this is something a little different. Look at that. That is an official pennant of West Ham Football Club. The number for this is 300 338. And it's an official pennant, like see the teams when they hand over at the start of a game, you know, especially in international games, they swap over, don't they, the pennant. This is a West Ham officially licensed and endorsed football pennant, and it's multi-signed by the current squad. So you've got all those signatures scattered around there. Once again, when you get this, you'll get a little map explaining to you who's signed and where they've signed. Again, it's a great touch from my old mate Andy Woodward, that and his team. They actually tell you and highlight for you who's signed and where they've signed. So you know exactly on your pennant. You can actually get your plaque. What I normally do is get the map and put it maybe at the side or around the back, so you can actually see it and say, well, that's him, that's him, that's him. You know exactly who's signed it and where they've signed it. Can't go wrong. Lovely touch, that is. So that's the West Ham one. And now if we move along, staying down in London, rivals, of course. This, as you can see, is Tottenham Hotspur. Same story. This is their official pennant. Once again, officially licensed and endorsed. And again, multi-signed by various members of the current squad. Once again, we always tell you who's signed, where they've signed, and all of that information comes to you with your certificate of authenticity and with of course, your lifetime guarantee. So you know there's no ifs, no buts, you know it's real. That's the key thing, knowing it's real. Very, very, very important when you're getting signed clips to know that it is real. So there it is. You saw the West Ham. This is the Tottenham. Can't go wrong. We try and give you a good mix of everything. But again, great prices for those as well. Look at that, £189.99. You can frame them up, put them in the wall. They're going to turn heads everywhere. And do remember, if you've got a special occasion, do get them something they're never, ever going to forget. Pull your money together. You know, forget the pants, the socks, all that pantomime. Get them something they really, really want. Moving on, and something very, very different. This, again, we've brought you, we've tried to bring you some real, true pieces of outstanding soccer memorabilia. This one ticks all the boxes. What we've actually got here is, as you can see, it's an England 1966 montage of all of the team. This is obviously considered purchase now. It's like buying a piece of art. It is extremely rare, and as you can see, to accumulate that and put it all together is a really, really difficult thing to do. You've actually got, I don't even want to touch it, but you've got the team, a montage of the day when England won the cup. There's the team, there's Bobby Moore holding the trophy. There he is shaking hands with, what was the captain, Uwe Seeler, I think, wasn't it? Then he is Jeff scoring one of his goals. There's the national anthem at the beginning. So you've got all those wonderful pieces married together in a little photographic montage, remembering that amazing day, bringing all that nostalgia flooding back of that great time in British history, the only time ever that England won the World Cup. There it is, could be on your wall. But with it, look at it. We've got the trophy itself, the Jules Rimet trophy. And then in the middle, your real coup de grace, your pièce de résistance. Yes, I speak a bit of French, but not very well. There it is, Bobby Moore. That is Bobby Moore's hand-signed personal signature. Obviously, Bobby Moore not been with us for many, many years. Really sad. Great guy. But that is Bobby Moore's personal signature. Then as we go around there, you can see all the personal signatures of the great players. We can pick them out. Jack Charlton there. Up here, that's Jack Charlton. See if I can remember all these. I'll try and point at them. With my finger, that's Jackie Charlton. Then as we come down, that is Martin Peters, who of course scored the second goal for England. He was again a West Ham player, wasn't he? Then we underneath, anyone who ever watches the footage remembers the little jig and the goofy grin of the wonderful Nobby Stiles. There it is, look, Nobby Stiles. Then as we move down, sadly no longer with us, a tragedy, the youngest player in the team, an Evertonian and Blackpool player originally, Alan Ball. Then if we go across here to the bottom, that is the personal signature of the man who made it all happen, the manager, Sir Alf Ramsey. That is Alf Ramsey. Then as we go up, that is Gordon Banks. Above him is Roger Hunt, the Liverpool player. Then you've got the plaque, that is a metal plaque honouring England World Cup winners 1966. I won't spread across the top one on the other side under Bobby Moore, just under Bobby Moore and the trophy there. That is actually Sir Geoff Hurst, the top one. You can see him. And then underneath him is Bobby Charlton, Sir Bobby Charlton. And then as we go down, you'll see George Cohen and Ray Wilson. So you've got the entire 11 players and you've got the manager all put together. It's a work of art. It's a piece of British history. That's the sort of thing that you'll find in probably like the FIFA museums and the football museums around the world. That's probably the only place you'll see anything like that. But it's an opportunity here. Obviously, it's a considered purchase because it's so rare. And these are annually, generally, increasing in value. The demand is beginning to exceed the availability. People are desperately searching to get their hands on something like that. Don't miss out on that. It really is a super item. It's 300,483 and it is a very, very rare England 1966 beautifully framed item with all of the team plus Sir Alf Ramsey. There's all the details on the screen. Do not miss out on that. Really special. Moving on though from the England now to a range of photographs. We try to give you different price points. This is bringing you right up to the modern. At the end there, first of all, we thought we'd bring you a trio of Tottenham. If you're a Tottenham fan, you're going to be spoiled here. These are available individually. But first of all, at the end here, we have the great, he's become probably one of the greatest goal scorers in the world now, the legendary Harry Kane, who of course is banging the goals in for Tottenham and of course for England. The number for that is 300,477 and the price is £69.99. Then as we move into the middle, that is Dele Alli. He's been a revelation, isn't he? Also for Tottenham and England, especially since they bought him from MK Dons. What a great player he's become. People have been accusing him of being a diver, but I don't know, it's not really fair. He's a great player, terrific player, and a very much, again, a very important part of the Tottenham team and also the England setup. Great player. That is 300,478. That is Dele Alli, again, £69.99. It will come to you mounted, ready to just slip in a frame and put on your wall. And at the end there, alongside them, a guy who's become quite a prolific scorer for Tottenham and quite a regular, originally was sort of in and out. Now he's a regular member of the starting lineup. And of course, a South Korean, a great player. I'm going to attempt this. This is Son Heung-min, or something like that. Sounds like that. Son Heung-min. Yeah, sorry about that. But we all know him as Son, don't we? Son or Son, whatever it is. But he scores a lot of goals. He's a great player. Now, obviously, the number for that one there is 300,479. Again, £69.99. Now, they're available individually. But if you're a Tottenham fan, what a trio, eh? Put them on your wall. They're probably the top 3 scorers for Tottenham, aren't they? Possibly with Eriksen, but put them on the wall, they're going to turn heads. Maybe on the stairs, going up the stairs, around the wall, they look fabulous. If you're a Tottenham fan, you could not get a better present. They'll love you forever. All over the world, wherever they live, you know, all these sports bars, you see them all over the world if you travel. These are the items. These are the ones that they will just cherish and love to have on their wall. So you know, someone, maybe someone who's got a business somewhere overseas, have a think about, can't go wrong. But that's on. Then as we move along, we have, where we are over here, we have, of course, a great player. I admire him so well. Sergio Aguero, of course, the Manchester City prolific goal scorer, terrific player, I think he is. If you're a Man City fan, you love him. If you're a fan of Man United or Chelsea or Arsenal, whoever it is, any other club, I think the answer is you just admire him. But he is a great player, regular goal scorer, always seems to play with his heart on his sleeve, a terrific player. It is Sergio Aguero. Same thing, mounted photograph, personally signed, and the number for that is 300 480 £69.99. Then a guy at the end there who burst on the scene a couple of seasons back. It wasn't that long before that. He was playing in Fleetwood, you know, non-league football. He was snapped up, he was brought through at a later development age, played for Leicester City in that Premiership winning side. Great player, scored loads of goals. With his pace, he burst into the England scene. It's gone a bit quieter this year as Leicester have gone off the boil a bit last year as well. But he's still a great player, still a key member of the England setup, and a player that everyone admires, Jamie Vardy. Again, personally signed, ready to just, in a mount there, it will come to you as you see it. Slip it in a frame, hang it on your favourite wall, and if you're a Leicester fan, couldn't be getting a better present, could you? 300 481 £69.99. Now, this is actually the last item in the show. What we've actually got for you here is, and actually this comes to you in this wonderful case that you see here, holding my hand. This is it's a great case and a great way of displaying. This is a signed football boot by none other than Paul Gascoigne. Now we have pictures of Paul Gascoigne signing this. We can tell you where it was signed, when it was signed. All of that information will come to you with your certificate of authenticity and your lifetime guarantee. It's a stunner, look. And as you can see, football legends on it. And it's got his signature there on the boot. That is not a copy, that is a genuine hand-signed personal signature, 100% genuine. These look great. If you go on that website, by the way, www.benham.tv, you will see some of the other boots that we have in this range, but we don't have big stocks. They do sell out very, very quickly. But of course, with these, if you get more than one, you can stack them, you know, 2 or 3 on top of each other. They do look really brilliant, absolutely stunning. So we always say with these shows, you should have a bit really of health warning, because once you've got one, you're definitely going to want more. But that is a great one. Look at it. Personally signed boot of Paul Gascoigne, 300 484, and a great price for that. The case alone would normally cost about over £50. So you're getting all of that in with it. It's coming to you all ready to just display on a desk and a unit, or to perhaps, as I say, get 1 or 2 of these boots and stack them up together and build a little collection. But they look great. £289.99 will bring you that terrific boot there, personally signed by none other than Paul Gascoigne. Absolutely superb. Now you've seen everything, so you've seen the lot. So do remember, though, everything in this show, really important, everything comes with a certificate of authenticity. It comes with a lifetime guarantee, and it has, most importantly, virtually all of the signed items are either provided by Benham, who've been in the trade for 50 years, and or by Andy Woodward, who you've known, my old mate, for many, many years. But they come to you with the backing of AFTAL, AFTAL. Google it, and as I said, I don't want to keep on about it, but I just want you to know how careful you have to be with signed collectibles. With AFTAL, you get that backing that they are probably the world's most respected Autograph Trade Dealers Association. It is really important when you buy collectibles to know the background, to know the origin. And if you're ever buying collectibles, you don't have to buy them off us, but wherever you buy them or whenever you get them, the first question you need to ask is, how do I know that it's real? That should always be your first question. How can you prove to me that that is real? That's what we do. We make sure that you know the items you get in are the real thing. Originally, remember we saw, taking you back, we've got the Chelsea shirt here, remember? We had the Manchester United, the Manchester City at the beginning, lots of football shirts. This is the Chelsea one. Again, £289.95. Can't go wrong with that. Remember, it will come with a map, which is like this, which will show you, a map like that will show you the particular shirt that you get, and it will identify for you who's signed and where they've signed. It's a really nice touch, this, because it means you know that the shirt you're getting, you know exactly who's signed and where they have. And there's nothing worse, is there, putting it on your wall and your friends turn up. You want to show off a bit, don't you? And you go, who signed that then? And you go, oh, well, he has. And you go, oh, which is his signature? And you go, I don't know. There's nothing worse, is there? You want to say, oh, that's him. And then you know where he is. That's the key thing. You spend the money, you want to show it off, you want it to look good. So at least with this nice touch that Andy provides, you can identify who signed the shirt and where they've signed it. Can't go wrong. And additionally, remember, you get your certificate of authenticity and you get a lifetime guarantee. So there's no ifs, no buts. You know it is the real McCoy. It's so important when you're buying your collectibles. Have another little look again also as we draw that England 1966 wonderful piece of, I call it a piece of art. It is quite superb. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. All those great signatures from that team. The number for this is 300,483. And basically, again, to recap, you've got a montage there, a photographic montage from the great day when they won the World Cup back in 1966. And as you sort of peruse your way around the great presentation, you'll see at the top you have the original signature of Bobby Moore, which is up the top here. That is the captain who, as I say, sadly has not been with us for many, many years. That's his signature. And as we go around there, you've got that personal signatures of all of the team. You've got Gordon Banks, George Cohen, Ray Wilson, Nobby Stiles, Jack Charlton, Bobby Moore, Alan Ball, Roger Hunt. You've got Sir Bobby Charlton, Sir Geoff Hurst, and Martin Peters. And of course the manager, Sir Alf Ramsey, who was an Ipswich man through and through, wasn't he? Can't go wrong with that. It's a stunning, stunning item. I mean, it is a true piece of English heritage. If you want some history to hang on your wall, got to have a think about that, haven't you? You cannot go wrong. Just look at that. Maybe if it was me, I realise obviously it's a considered purchase. Times aren't easy for a lot of us now. But you, with something like that, you've got to think about that because it really is quite superb. Absolutely fabulous. Listen, we're running out of time again. It's been a fabulous to have your company, but do keep watching here on Benham.tv. You'll see some great collectible shows, whatever you're into. Bit of music, bit of strum a bit. You want to do a bit of a boogie, you want to be some TV film stars, you want to do a bit of a box. Whatever it is, we'll have some great collectibles for you here on Benham TV. Keep watching, great to have your company, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.